Hello, my dear students. This is Mr. Adil Hamid, the teacher of the 16th century English poetry. First of all, I miss you so much, and I hope you and your families stay at home to save lives and keep working in the same time at home in the good energy. Today, I will give you a lecture, a video lecture on an analysis of a poem called Amoretti, one of the sonnets, Sonnet 75 by Edmund Spenser, who is one of the most important 16th century poets. First of all, we will start with the following. Edmund Spenser biography. So we will say something, some information about his life. First, Edmund Spenser was born in 1552 and died in 1599. He was an English subject during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, one of the fellows of her court. And he was sent to Ireland in an official mission, and there, in Ireland, he met a beautiful lady. He met Elizabeth Boyle. He loved her, and then he married her. She was uh, probably half of his age, but he keep continuing loving her. So he loved her and married her. After 1 year, just a love story. And he has written his love story and marriage in sequence, in the sequence of 89 sonnets, and called her Amoretti. And the sonnet we are studying today is one of these sonnets. And Amoretti means Cupid, the little god of love at that time. What is the summary of the poem? Actually, we can imagine the poem as a picture story, and we it could be divided as so. First, Spencer and his love Elizabeth, they were sitting on the beach, and then he picked a stick and wrote her name on the sand. But then the waves came and wiped it away. So he did it again, and by using his another hand, but also the waves came and just vanished everything there. So then she comments on his efforts, and her comment can be regarded as ironic, and funny. And then he comment back on her, and at the end of the story, at the end of the poem, we will understand what does he mean by his words to her. He has given her a promise, in which that we will uh, know at the end of the poem. Why did the poet write the poem? So what are the motivations? What are the reasons behind writing this poem? First, love. That Spenser has written this selection of sequence of sonnets about his wife Elizabeth, just to tell her that he loves her, and eternity of the spiritual love. He would like to immortalize his real and spiritual love to his beloved girl and make the generation remember their love story. Third, poetry as a means to immortalize love. poetry as a means to immortalize love, he would like to prove that to her that by his verse he can immortalize her name and their love on the walls of the. So, what are the main themes of the poem? There are many themes actually in the poem. First is transience. That transience means that nothing lasts forever, that everything can be ended. So, transience, just to say that everything will die. So, here, just he would like to say that the death is the end of everything on this universe or in this universe or in this world. Number two, immortality of spiritual life. So immortality, immortal, that it is not could be died. It is lasts forever. So he would like that he would like to prove something that even if though death might separate them for the time being, but the poet strongly affirmed that he will be they will be together again after death because he believed in life after death. The third one, poetry can immortalize love. So he would like to prove to her that by his verse he can immortalize their love and her name. So the poem is about a poet promising his love that he will immortalize her love and her name. And how? By what? What means by the poetry. So, stanza by stanza analysis. Here in the first stanza, one day I wrote her name upon the strand, but came the waves and washed it away. So here you see the story of the in the first stanza that he wrote her name, but the waves just coming and wiping it. And again I write it with the second hand, but came the tide and my pains is prey. And in this quatrain, he would like to explain to her his efforts to immortalize uh, her name by writing to be written by writing her name on the sands. And you can see here that in the green, here we have what? We have imagery. So he is just creating an image or a picture by the words, as if we are just watching a movie, watching a scene. And also, he used a figure of speech, which is personification. So in the red here, so came the waves and came the tide, as if the waves and the tide, and they are persons, and they can do something just to harm him. And in the second stanza, so we have a comment from her, from Elizabeth, from her love towards what he's doing. Just she is saying to him that vain man, that foolish man, said she, that does in vain say. So foolish man doing a foolish work. Why? Because she is saying a mortal thing. So a thing that can be ended, can be died. So to immortalize cannot be immortalized, cannot be just last forever. For I myself shall like to this decay, because I myself I will die and I will be ended. So here in mortal thing, she means what? She means their love. So their love cannot be uh, immortal. It is mortal. It will be ended, and she will die and will be ended. And if my name be wiped out likewise, and my name also will be. So my love and me as a person and my name will be ended, will be mortal, and will be ended by death. So this is what her reaction, her point of view. So let us see whether he will agree or not. And here also, before moving, he just using the word decay, and it is a repetition because the same meaning of another or other words you are just having the same meaning like death and die. And here in the third stanza we have the reaction, we have her sorry, his reaction. Okay, so she said to her, not so could I, let baser things devise to die in dust. So she is telling her, no, don't think so. These little things can be died in dust. But you see here, you shall live by fame. So you will live. How? By what mean? My verse. Your virtues rare shall eternite. My poetry will make your virtues eternite. And in the heavens write your glorious name. And your name will be written in the heaven as glorious. And you see here we just the poet using alteration, the same consonant used in many words in the same line. But here we have D sound and V sound. And here we have the final couplets. The final couplets in which we have the main idea uh, of the poem. We have it in the final couplet. He is telling her, where when as death shall all the world seduce, even the death will end all the world, our love shall live and later life renew, and will live, and the afterlife, the second life will renewed, will be just coming in. So here let us discuss the main poetic and literary devices used in the poem. You can see here that I said it in the imagery and here, and I said it in the alteration and the repetition. I said it before. But also we have the symbolism. He used many things that it has meaning. So here the sea, he'll use the distance between the lover and his beloved. And we have the writing on the sand that has symbol, and the waves, and the seaside, and the lovers writing on the sand. All these are symbols. It stands for something else. And also we have the personification that I have mentioned in the first stanza. At the end, we have an assignment. I would like you to write on one of these uh, questions, please. And you have time, for example, maybe 3 4 days, and you can send it back, please, by the classroom there. And please, 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 just we have Google Classroom. This is for the morning classes, and we have another one for the evening classes that I mentioned. At the end, I would like to say thank you very much indeed, and stay home that to save lives, and wish you all the best. and I hope that we will come together again in our home English department. Thank you very much indeed. Best wishes for you.